difference between me and a lot of fighter. A lot of fighter, they fight for the fame, they fight for the money. Yeah, the money is there. Okay, it's pleasant. Yeah, the money is there. Now it's good. I have the security. My money, I have a lot of money now. Is good. But there is a lot of things that I can do outside of mixed martial art to have money now because of the name that I reach with mixed martial art, with that the UFC helped me to have. And the fame, same thing. The fame I didn't have it in the beginning. Now I have it. But if one day I reach my goal as becoming the best pound for pound of all time by getting one of my fight, it will be time for me to retire. So I don't know right now at 29 years old if I want to retire right now. So it's better I have to stick around, have a couple more fight and wait. I don't want to jump weight right now. It's not time for me to do it. I still have a couple of fight to do. And I need to assure my future, like of course, and also the future of my family and be able to make the right choice at the right moment. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
Basically what I mean, if one day I became like best pound for pound in the world, I will retire. That's why I say people will be shocked. Either it happened when I'm 29 years old, it happened when I'm 35. It will retire.
So we should keep quiet, huh?
And this because I will have reached my goal. It would not have been any point for me to keep fighting because I'm fighting for the goal. I already said people like I'm not fighting for the money and for the fame. I'm fighting for my goal, for my personal love for the sport, for my personal goal. And if I reach my goal, there's no point for me to be fighting because I'm not fighting for money and for the fame. So right now I don't want to reach my goal right now. I want to reach it.
So that's the final goal then.
The final goal, exactly. But right now I don't want to reach it right now.
Well, it sounds like indirectly we're talking about Anderson Silva because he's the 185 champion.
Anderson Silva or but like someone let's say someone like it's not written in stone. Like a lot of people man, like, I'm gonna tell you something. Like look what happened to Fedor. Who could have expect that? You know what I mean? I can go in a fight and lose to Josh Koscheck, or Anderson Silva can lose to Charles Sonnen, or maybe Victor Belfort will beat Anderson. Who knows, and maybe John Fitch will come back. This fight is not written in stone. And right now, for me, I'm 29 years old, I got my career, I still have a lot to do in my division, I think, and I'm not in a rush. One day when I'm going to have to do this fight, if I became, like I said, I reach my goal. What greater goal it is to become if you become the best pound for pound in the world of all time, like by reaching if you reach that goal, what greater goal you want to be? Like that's my main goal that I want to reach. Of course, maybe I'm gonna reach it, maybe I will never reach it. Who knows? But if I reach it one day, is finished.
George, will that be your decision?
I turned the page. No, it's gonna be my own decision.
So it won't be the acclaim of the fans or people or the rankings or none of that.
Look, my trainer are there, and they're gonna tell you they already know it. Like look, John is there, Phil is there. They already know this. Like they know this. So I'm not I don't run for jumping weight class right now. I don't want to do that move right now. I'm enjoying myself. I want to have a good challenge. I still have a lot of things to do right now. And we'll see what's gonna happen, I know it's gonna shock a lot of people, but if it happens and I reach my goal, I have to pass something else because if someone is not hungry anymore, if someone doesn't have the motivation, I'm gonna get hurt. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna get hurt.
Okay, Aaron, you have anything else?
Well, one last thing I wanted to ask George is I know you brought up David Loiseau earlier, and he just had a fight in UFC, and I think he's one of those guys where a lot of fans are rooting for him, and he's actually not that old of a guy. He's still pretty young, and I just wanted to see what your opinion is because it seems like I hear he's such a great fighter, and he had a really good streak up until he fought Rich Franklin, but it seems like maybe he's having some mental issues as far as when he gets in the cage he just doesn't perform like how he can, or how we hear he can, and maybe you can just touch on that, and I'll take it off the phone.
Thank you for the call.
Thanks.
But David was always I haven't seen the fight in Vancouver. I was busy with the season. I heard he lost in the second round. I didn't see the fight. If I could have seen the fight, I would have been able to tell what happened to him. Unfortunately, me and David and I, we have a different training and a different routine of training. Montreal, the way we train, we don't always train together in the same thing. We have different training regimen, And me and Dave were not very often together in the gym. we were before, but now David changed a little bit of his routine of training. You know, he trained with different trainers a little bit, and we still see each other. You know, sometime in the gym, but we rarely. I rarely saw him in the same place that I was training. But I don't know. Like I think it like you said, it's maybe mental too. You know, what happened with him? Who knows?
George, I wanted to ask you, in your career, which has spanned 22 fights, what's your most memorable moment?
My best moment of my career is when there is like a couple. Okay, in my career in UFC, it's when I won the title in Montreal against Matt Serra. It was the best moment of my life, of my career.
And back to Montreal. In fact, I was going to bring this up. They've been back to Montreal a couple times. Is there a reason why you haven't fought there again subsequently since they've been back?
But I think they don't really need me to fill up the Bell Center down there.
That's true.
They had the UFC came last time. They headlined the main event with two Brazilian guys, and they it was sold out. So they don't really need me. Then it's good when they come and they do it. But it's hard too to fight at home. People don't understand. It's very hard. I would like to fight at home, but sometimes if they because I fight like already like a month before and they come back in Montreal, like I cannot fight every month. I need a break mentally too. So you know what, I take it and I go home enjoying the UFC show. It's fun.
Okay, we got Kendra. She's ready to go here on line 3. What's up, Kendra?
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi, and hello to the ladies in the studio. It's great to see them out with GSP on a Friday night.
They can't hear you, but they say hello back.
Okay. Well, I have a couple of questions for George St. Pierre. Talking about his career, Jake Shields has called you out for a fight before Dana White saw him as a viable candidate for the UFC. But since Shields is now likely to fight at your weight in the UFC in the foreseeable future, and he's the current Strikeforce champ in a heavier weight class, would you expect him to be brought in as a contender for your belt, or do you think that if he gets signed, he should fight his way up?
No, that's exactly what I've said before when the guys ask me if I'm gonna move up. I still believe I have a lot to do in my division. I think my 170 is very stacked. Jake Shield is one of the very serious contender for my title. Well, right now my focus is on BJ Penn. Sorry, Josh Koscheck. And after Josh Koscheck, if things goes according to plan, we'll see. But I don't see past Josh Koscheck.
Well, after Josh Koscheck, I was wondering if you'd consider, with Kenny Florian, Patrick Cote, several other active fighters all crossing over into broadcasting within the past few years. Do you see yourself going that route ever?
I already did the broadcast. I did the last UFC in Montreal. I was doing the broadcast for pay-per-view for the French pay-per-view. So I was doing it. It was pretty fun. George? I liked it. I was with a very colorful character next to me, and it was a great night. They make me laugh a lot.
Nice. Is there anything like coaching Tough Canada, or maybe something without your shirt on you might do before or after you retire?
I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see. Like it may be coaching or whatever. We'll see. If I would. It's a long time. I can't tell. I don't even know when I'm gonna retire. I don't have any plan on this.
Tough Canada would be nice to see, but I look forward to seeing your coaching style on the tough season that you're finishing taping now.
All right, it's going to be fun. It's going to be very interesting.
All right. Thank you guys for taking my call. Have a great weekend.
All right. Thank you very much for the call. George, favorite fighters. Who are your favorite fighters to watch?
Favorite fighters to watch was Kazushi Sakuraba when he was at his prime. Was my favorite guy to watch.
Anybody else after that?
Oh, I have a lot of guys that I like to fight. I like to watch fight. Actually, a lot of guys that I learned from them. Lyoto Machida in mixed martial art. I like Shogun Orua. I like Anderson Silva. I like BJ Penn. I learn a lot watching BJ Penn fighting. I really enjoy watching Ayuki, the Japanese guy.
He's fighting tonight.
Yes. Oh yeah. I didn't even know that.